Hello, this is a quick introduction to what you will be looking at with the new Hoya Job Central as an employer using this to help recruit students. When you log into your homepage, part of what we'll be giving you is a summary of student activity in terms of what they've been doing with the information you've been providing. So you can see that students who've applied to jobs you've posted, see the number of people who are following your organization, which means they receive up-to-the-date information every time you post a job and information about events. You can also see how many students have been reviewing. So those kinds of things that are there. There's also a summary of all of the alerts that you've received. These are things such as approvals and so forth that will also be received as emails, but they show up in your alert summary too, so you can take a look at what's there. The hot links are great ways to get started on new activities, or you can click through to the relevant pages to see what you already have and schedule new things. One of the key elements here is the company profile. This is where students will get most of their information about your organization. They get to see the dashboard of what's happening, and you can edit pretty much all of the elements that are here. So I won't go into the detail. The links is probably worth talking about a little bit. These days, with things changing so quickly, we figured it was a lot easier for you to maintain a couple of links that your organization supports with up-to-date information, rather than trying to keep a bunch of text up to date. So here you've got what the link may be. So this is where you put the URL up in this area. So then you'd actually what you want the name of the link to be. Shows up there. Give them some description of what it might be, and you can also choose where it falls in the overall queue of the number of links you've had, so that you can make sure priority information is at the top. Another thing worth highlighting here would be the contact network. Anyone who is an alumni within the world of MSB will show up here if they report that they have worked for your organization. So in their bios, if they say, I've worked for Joe's Diner, I would show up in this contact network. Now, just because they show up there doesn't mean you have to make use of them. You can decide whether or not you want this person to be visible to the students. You've got control over that. And you also can invite those alumni to provide alumni perspectives. And you can't edit the alumni perspectives. It didn't feel like that was a high integrity choice. But you can choose whether or not they're displayed. If there's something in an alumni perspective that you think is inappropriate or bothers you, you can contact the alumni, ask them to change it, and then they will take it from there. Personal profile. People in today's connected world, they seem to like more information about us as individuals. If you choose to provide it, this is where you would do so. So post your picture, your LinkedIn connection, and whatever profile text you might have there. You can do that. For off-campus posting, it's pretty straightforward. So this gives you a list of all the jobs that are going on. Anytime you want to close one, you want to create a new one, you can either use the Create New Job button, or you can copy an existing job to make it easier to do those things. The on-campus interviews is a different approach. So one of the things you get is a set of links that are unique to on-campus activity. You can start an on-campus process either by posting a job, requesting a room on campus, or even just simply saying, hey, I know I've got some interviewers, I want to schedule them, or I want to create an interview schedule. The way this works is it lets you click on one of the opportunity things you have going on, and it gives you a quick status of what you have. So you can see what you need to do next, and to take an action, all you have to do is to click on the status message, and it takes you to the appropriate screens to do what you need to do there. And the events is pretty much like it was before. Within the World GMCC, the other system we had, you provide some information, students can open up, look in the detail, and decide whether or not they want to attend. So we're hoping this will be a useful tool. Please provide us with feedback and get to us with questions. Thank you very much.